But did you know that stress and poverty can decide secretly whom you vote for? When people are stressed or are struggling financially, their choices may not reflect what they truly believe in. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how mental pressure and financial struggles can shape our elections and why this matters to you. Today we are looking at how stress, poverty, and hopelessness can affect our voting behaviors. You know, as Uganda, we are voting in next year in 2026 in January. We are voting the presidents and the MPs. So I want us to look at this area, and before you vote, I want you to pay much attention to this, because the votes decide what our children are going to experience in the future, what policies the government is going to make, and decide very many things in our country. So take voting seriously, and take this lesson so seriously, because everything that we are talking about here matters to us. So point number one, economic pressure affects our thinking. Okay, unemployment, poverty, financial stress make people more make us to be at a risk of just short-term rewards. So when you are you have no job, you are poor, it makes you to be at risk of accepting these short-term rewards. The money, the bribery, someone gives you 2,000, 5,000, then you vote for them. So take note of this, because that is why most of the African countries have made the citizens poor in such that they can keep themselves in power. But this is something that I want us to learn and improve on our country and develop our countries. Then another thing, we are talking about stress. Stress reduces cognitive ability to think. When someone is stressed, you cannot make right decisions, because you take time, you don't have time to think about your decision. So as you go to vote, evaluate your decision. Are you stressed? Are you going to make the right decision? Next, number two, hopelessness and frustration. So feeling powerless or hopeless can make people to make decisions impulsively. What do I mean? That when people are hopeless, sometimes they make decisions without thinking. So others can be under pressure, peer pressure, because you are seeing so many people voting, so many people are coming this way, then you start voting. That should not be you. Okay, because the decision that you make now is going to determine the future of our children. It's going to determine our ability here in Uganda. So let us not look at ourselves, but look at your children, your grandchildren, the future. Do you know why we are still lagging behind in Africa? It is because of poor choices, because you want to move in crowds. Okay? So another thing is it is mental fatigue. When you are mentally fatigued, sometimes it makes you not to make right decisions. So before we go for this 2026 general elections, ensure that your mind is working very well. And as people are bringing their manifestos, please look at their ideas. Okay? Because from ideas is what we are seeing. The way you see Kampala, the way you see Africa, the way you see UK, it is because of the ideas of men. So a man's ideas are the most important thing. So they may not be perfect, but what they plan to do for the country? Okay, what are they willing to sacrifice? Okay, and for you may think about the short-term rewards, like someone giving me money, someone bought for me alcohol, but in the future, how are your children going to live? Is it going to develop? But if you vote someone who has any idea, you'll find that our neighbors will benefit, our communities will benefit. It will not only benefit you, you may not benefit directly, but indirectly. Okay? Then the next point is, in the point number 3, is cognitive overload. Okay, when we have so many things on our mind, they affect our decision making. Like, you don't take time to think about what you are going to do, and this is we may be stressed with work or other things. So let us simplify things. And also, under cognitive overload, we may have a lot of information. There are some of us who are good politicians. We have this information about this candidate, about this one, and that one can make your decision making very difficult. So before you go to vote, we want you to verify the information that you have. We want you to prove the information that you have. Are they facts? Are they what? Then you can make a better what? Better decision. So let us recognize tactics that are used to manipulate. Most of the people, politicians, they manipulate our communities, they manipulate our people by giving them something, by giving them 2,000, by giving them 5,000. Okay? Then after that, paying that 5,000, in the next 4 years, you are suffering. We are paying back more than what we are supposed to pay. So voting is very good in our country, and we need you to embrace that. When that time reaches for elections, please go forward and vote, and know that the decision that you take will either make us to move to the next step as our country or to the next level. So as I finish, your emotional resilience matters a lot. So as I'm concluding, we always ask our patients, okay? I know you may not be my patient, but sometimes we are like mental patients as Ugandans, okay? But you say, you are so rude, okay? When we are asking our patients, we want to discharge them from maybe a mental hospital or in Butabika, we want to see their reasoning. We want to see their judgment. And one of the questions we can ask them, for example, it says, you find a child is playing on the road. For example, a child of 1 year is playing on the road, and here there is 1 million which has fallen there. What do you do? The patient says, for me, I pick the money. I pick the money. Why? Because the mother have left this child on the road. Why should I bother with a child who is not what? Who is not mine? So that one shows that his reasoning, the judgment is very poor, or it is impaired. So those are some of us when we come to the time in Uganda, because for you a major aim is to just vote someone because he has given you money, he has bought for you alcohol because he's my relative. But we are saying that someone who is mentally healthy, you have to evaluate the decision that you are taking. Okay? As you are voting, is this person going to develop my community? Okay, it may not develop me as an individual, but it's going to develop something in our community, in our country. So just like I was showing you an example of a mental patient, that now for me, I pick the money, I leave the child because the child is not mine, the father has left him. But someone, if you ask a patient who has recovered, he'll tell you that, why? For me, instead of picking the money, I rescue that child. Why? Because the life is more what? More precious. So as Ugandans, as we go into these elections, let us vote the person with ideas, the person who can take this country to the next level. And your decision, either to go and vote or not to vote, determines your mental state. Okay? So some of us take us lightly, but voting decides the future of our children, our grandchildren. So let us take it seriously. Let us go for the voting, and let us vote soberly. Okay? So let us take note of those things that I'm telling you about, the stress, the financial difficulties, because they affect the voting decision. Okay? Remember my statement, which I said that most people who are stressed or struggling to make ends meet, their choices may not reflect what they made. So let us ensure that we are mentally healthy. Let us involve ourselves in activities that are not going to affect our mental health, because there is no health without mental health. Okay? Let us promote peace in our country. I have been in a refugee settlement. The Congolese are so much suffering. Why? Because of some of the decisions that they have taken, some of them. And but for us as Ugandans, we can decide through that ballot paper. Don't despise it. It is so serious. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you are new to this channel, my name is Enoch Francis, and I am a psychiatric clinical officer. I manage people with mental health problems, and what I want is to see Ugandans who are mentally healthy, but also physically, financially, when you are able to take the right decisions, when you also, so that you can also develop yourself. Because in mental health, our major aim is to ensure that you are productive, you are fruitful to your community. So if you make a wrong decision, you may find that you may lose your functionality in the next coming years, because you are worried about poverty, you are worried about looking for daily bread. So as January comes, please take your decision very seriously. Let people give you money, eat the money, but when it comes to the ballot paper, let us vote the right individuals who are going to develop our families, our country, and take us forward. And let us promote peace in our elections. Let us promote unity in Uganda. We are one person, because our flag, let us look our flag and our motto, which says, "For God and my country." So thank you so much for listening. Please hit that button, because it makes me to make, it motivates me to make more videos. See you in my next video. For God and my country.